Greetings and salutations, and we're back with more Ashes of Creation. Now, when I left off, obviously the game crashed, and I was on my way through this rather dank-looking cave, and I did die. But that it's bound to happen, right? Your character, like, that's just one of the things that happens in MMOs. This was one of the things that happens in RPGs, and I decided to continue playing the Rogue. Now, I was gonna play it off camera, but recent events in like life in general have crept up, and that's why I couldn't find the time to play it, as I had other things I had to do, and so I've just been busy, busy, busy. So I haven't found the time to play it until now, and I really enjoy the game, and I love how the look and feel of the game is, and I really can't elaborate that enough. Like, the rogue class feels exactly how you would expect it to feel, right? It's very like agile and to a degree like extremely quick. I don't really care for throw as an ability, so we're gonna take that point out of throw. We're gonna go with feint. I already have feint. No, I do not have feint. We're gonna go with feint. Mostly because feint, I think, is going to be really important because you can use it to kick away from the opponent. You dash behind your target, but when you're, I believe, when you're close, resets the backstab, resets the thing. If used within melee range, then you will flip away from them. Which in PvP, that's going to be huge because then you can just feint to flip away from them, and when you flip away from them, you can then re-stealth almost immediately because you'll be far enough away. So, knowing that, absolutely fantastic. Why not have permission to perform that action? We're also going to get rid of the, like, trounce. You know what? We're going to get rid of that. We'll go with the agile. That way I can have backstab at 1. Get rid of flurry. And I can backstab into a feint, which will reset the cool of backstab when I get it. Reset the cooldown. See? That's what I like about rogues right there. They feel like a rogue should, you know? Because like, when you play like rogues in World of Warcraft or any other rogue archetype in many other games, they don't feel like a rogue should. It's almost like they try too hard to develop a system around it, and in this one, it's just you're going to do acrobatic things and it's going to look cool. So be prepared for looking really amazing while doing it. I mean, other classes I like. I do like the mage. I think mage is a really interesting class in this game. I'm still waiting for summoner. They still haven't brought it out yet. I think summoner. I think they're going to make that one the most challenging because I think it's also the most rewarding. And you're going to have that like risk versus reward payoff like you would have in most games, right? And in some cases, risk versus reward, people don't like that whole idea. And it's like, well, why not? Why not? And I think the reason why people don't like it is because they see the risk of being, the risk of having it be complicated. The reward of it having it be powerful is balanced by the risk of it being a complicated class. Like with trying to think of the name of it. I think they're also called Summoner, matter of fact, in Dungeon Fighter Online. There's a class that I believe is called Summoner in Dungeon Fighter Online, where uh, it's a very difficult class to play in Dungeon Fighter, and you have to use the mouse and keyboard instead of using a controller and doing like move combos like you would normally in in Dungeon Fighter. Which, if you haven't seen Dungeon Fighter, I will definitely reinstall it and show how it plays. It's an interesting game. It's an older game. It's been around since about the time of WoW. Both Dungeon Fighter and WoW came out at the same time, or roughly the same time. And they're good games. Don't get me wrong. See, that whole stealth mechanic is cool. You have to not be observed to slip into stealth. I love that. Sometimes I question how certain minions can see through stealth, but what have you, you know. Be that as it may. I want to know how he can observe me from that distance, though. That's the question. But I will definitely play Dungeon Fighter. And it's, again, Dungeon Fighter has, I believe it has full controller support. It's an older game, and it's free to play, it's free to download. It's on Steam, and it's been around since WoW's been around. The difference is with Dungeon Fighter is Dungeon Fighter is kind of like a two-dimensional side scroller done in a very specific way, and it really captures the essence of Street Fighter. And as of, I believe it was 2017, 2018, maybe it was higher, maybe it was later than that. I'm getting lost in this cave. Might have been 27 or 2018. Third quarter of that year, Dungeon Fighter Online was the second highest grossing game in the world. For a game that's free to play, people spent a lot of money investing in characters for effectively what was just cool looking gear. It was pay to look cool. It doesn't give you a massive boost in the game. Like, for example, in Dungeon Fighter, the whole premise of Dungeon Fighter is to effectively go into these dungeons, PvE encounters, and slaughter everything in there and then kill the boss at the end. Pretty bog standard RPG stuff, right? The storyline's kind of meh. If you really care about it, you can listen to it, but it's kind of meh. But the game is really fun, and it's the play style of the game, and it's the way it's done that makes it what it is. Okay? Now, knowing that, the little avatar pieces that you get in the game are really just a pay-to-look cool thing. They do not give you bonuses that are massive upgrades in PvP or any place that matters. They might give you a little bonus to regeneration or something here and there on your, like, in PvE dungeons, but it's nothing game breaking, and it's not like you're going to be competing and needing that regeneration well in a dungeon with other people. So it doesn't really tilt the game in your favor to have the avatars. It's literally a pay to look cool. They're all cosmetic. And those bonuses that are available, like one of them gives movement speed, one of them gives regen, and one of them gives something else, a defense, I think. And those bonuses are actually disabled in the arena. So they don't get any of those bonuses at all. And the arena plays much like the tournament style of Street Fighter, where if it's a 5-on-5 and you have like Ryu, Ken, Blanca, Balrog, and E Honda versus Chun-Li, Cammy, DJ, M. Bison, and Vega, Ryu beats Chun-Li. So then Ryu gets a little bit of health back and then has to face, Cammy. And then if he beats Cammy, he gets a little bit of health back and he has to face, M. Bison or Balrog or whatever. That's how that works. And it works that way 100% until one team is completely defeated. Except each of the other people on that team is played by... How do I get in? Oh, there it is. It's the mace. It's a rusty scepter. Which, that's not what I was looking for. Okay. This is a commission board here. Hey. Oh, I'm way off. That's intelligence. I don't want that. Is it actually inside the building? It is inside the building. Is it upstairs? Nope. Stairs are not fully fleshed out right yet. Maybe it's not inside the building. Oh, there it is. Runesinger Naho. Couldn't find him. Walked right by him. Okay. I'll accept it. Might as well. But no, and that's how the game works. And that's not the game, but that's how the PvP works. And it's really cool. Equip yourself with a set of harvesting tools. Well, that's great. Guessing it's over here at the tools thing. Yeah. Mailbox, that's probably the tools there. No, Dungeon Fighter's it's a really interesting game. Like I said, it's a bit older, but it's made by a Korean company called Nexon. And so delivery commissions. Oh, that's cool. Sure, I'll do that. And that. And yeah, I'll do that one too. Why not? Rusty longsword, musty spellbook. Can I have it? Apparently not. Then I have the requirements to perform this action. Rusty shield. Not that I want these things, but there's got to be a reason why you can just grab them. Wand. Splintered longbow. the logging axe. I already have that. There's the herb hook. I already have that. Oops, not that. It is a whole bunch of stuff. They've changed it too. It used to be a range. And now it's just physical power, physical speed. I like that. I'm glad they changed it up a little bit. But hopefully they don't go too far off into the weeds, because what happens when they go too far off into the weeds is newer players won't have an issue with it, but older players that knew the old system might look at it and be like, okay, well, we were kind of hoping for, say, a completely different, a more nuanced playstyle, etc. So, I don't know. There just might be issues with it. That has a knockback. That was dangerous. I do like the fact that it had a knockback, though. It's interesting, the mechanics they've added since I've been gone. You'd figure they'd have a fishing pole over here and a hunting bow. But they don't. That bow is not a hunting bow. That bow is for, like... Yeah, see? It's now just a bow. I don't really want it either, because I don't... I mean, I can understand why they did it, because, you know, they want you to... Wait, there's a pickaxe. So I don't want that. I want the fishing pole. Maybe it's over here on the fishing boat. Who knows? Okay. Just run right up the boat, I guess. That's a sword. I don't want a sword. I want a hunting bow and fishing pole. So I can finish this quest. Another sword. The sickle. Another book. Alright, what is this? And gather a resource near bonfire. Pick up some harvesting tools. That's great. Can I see where they are? On, you know, the map? Maybe. This is over here. We'll see. Oh, that was... Okay. Alright then. I was wrong. Okay, gather snowdrop, daffodil, flax in the anvils. Harvest larch or hemlock logs in the anvils. And gather raw basalt or granite in the anvils. Okay. Interesting how they've done this. I'm going to leave it in the larch. Notice how they don't tell you to gather fish. Oh, it was gather one of those. Okay. It wasn't gather all of them. Kind of interesting that it was gather one, and then they just were like, alright, I guess we're just going to gather these. Is there a place I can vendor this stuff? Speak to the Ram Keeper in Bonfire. Oh, he's over here. Ooh, I got the ram. Nice. Oh, it's G to mount and dismount. Oh, okay. It's just kind of a trot instead of an actual full-on gallop. Kind of cool that they get rams. I mean, yeah, I mean they're like a dwarven race, so it makes sense. You know, they get rams, but it look like you could use a horse. I mean, I guess. Okay, he's not willing to do anything about it. Awesome. Is there a vendor I can talk to and maybe get rid of this stuff, or they don't? They probably don't sell it. Runesinger Naho might have something. We'll check. Nope. They probably have quests, but just not yet. So what we're going to do is, I don't think these things actually have anything. Just going to ditch them. Yeah, there I am, not deleting Rusty Scepter. There we go. I don't think they were going to sell for anything anyway. Oh, so where do we have to go with these quests? So they're all over the place. Seek the source. Okay, ground moves beneath this madness and soil. That's seek the source. That's all down here. Okay, so those means I gotta head south out of town, right? That's the thing that I like about this. Like, you look at this sheer size of it, and yeah, you could probably climb those mountains over there. Then again, that's kind of what you want from an MMO, isn't it? Like, you want the world to feel large. You want to feel like the insignificant player. I mean, you're going to have people that are going to disagree with that. You're going to have people being like, no, I want to be the hero. Well, yeah, but that's kind of like, take a look at any sort of game, right? You look at how it's played, and a lot of these games are you're trying to build your story. And yes, I realize it's chugging going up here, but that's because it has to load. It's got shaders, it's got other things, and of course, I'm double dipping on the GPU and all of my resources by, well, double dipping. Resonant. Apprentice mining certification. Okay. I see how it is. But I really do like the whole premise of the game, though. I mean, it's you're meant to feel insignificant in an MMO, right? You're not meant to be the all-powerful hero of the day. You're kind of supposed to be like, I'm Johnny Everyman. Oh, he just crit me like 3 times in a row there. Because you can make your like making your own story in this game would be insane. Especially if you picked up notoriety of like, I'm this, vile individual running around, you know, just attacking trade caravans and dropping players in PvP so I can pick up their loot. and just being just an absolute ne'er-do-well. Like, you can do that. You can make up that kind of, that's your character's identity, and that's kind of cool. That they give you that freedom to be that guy if you want to. I mean, would that make you a completely unscrupulous individual? Absolutely. But then again, with the punishment system they have, you might lose gear. If they ever find you. So there is, again, that risk reward system. And that's the other thing. I make mention of it a lot. About how a game should have specific things it needs, right? And the gaming industry has seen lately with Borderlands 4. Now, mind you, I haven't played Borderlands 4. I don't own it. But I've seen people constantly complaining about it on Twitter. Right? These people are saying everything from it doesn't run right, it's poorly optimized, it's this, it's that, it's the other thing. And what's the response you get from Randy Pitchford? Randy Pitchford, who I'm guessing was somehow integral in its development, is completely, just tone deaf to it. Just kind of being like, yes, well, the game runs fine if you turn on DLSS and frame generation and all this other stuff, and you could get 60 frames a second if you did this. And I'm sitting there going, why are you, as a developer, getting snippy and snapping at these people on Twitter? Why? You, as a developer, should have said, wait a minute, this isn't working right as we're making it. Like, where was the bug? Where was the debugging? Where was the people playing it on all different types of systems to see where it's lacking, where it's thriving? Like, where was the QC? Where's the quality control? It doesn't take much to have a quality control. Like, if you honestly think about it, take a look at a ton of people, right? It was back in the day, you had people who were honestly, they were just playtesters. One medium gauges, shoulders, hawk skin. Ooh, received a crafting recipe. That's the thing, is like quality control no longer exists. Playtesters probably don't exist anymore. That's like, why not? Where did they go? Why did you forego these certain things? I'm not saying they actually did it, but it feels like they did. Wild Herd Steamweaver. Wild Herd Berserker. Okay. Those clearly aren't it. Ooze Clot Skeleton. Okay, that's kind of a cool name. Like, I mean, if in all honesty, if you think about it, right? Like, it doesn't take much to QC a game. It really doesn't. It doesn't take much to have playtesters. Especially if you make... Like, especially, think about it now. Think about all of the personalities you've got out there, right? You have all of these personalities that play games. Tons of them. And all of these personalities that play games... I'm gonna be dead here in a second. And I'm dead. And I like that. You get EXP debt. It's awesome. I knew I was gonna be dead there when the second Raven aggroed. Anyway. it's like you have all these players that their personalities, right? They enjoy the streaming space, they enjoy the creation space, and you make them sign an NDA, right? Or you say, here's your limited NDA, and the limited NDA goes as soon as the company starts publishing certain things, then these people who have played the game can tell you a little bit about it, right? So that they can make content on it, you can get QC, and they'll do it for free. Because the content revenue they'll generate is going to be massive. You know, hey, corporations, not hard. Figure it out, brother. I mean, I could easily mount this up. No, dude, I don't want to trade. So that's all they have to do, quite literally, and I mean that, is you hand out free promotions to these content creators. These content creators then get to line their pockets with content revenue, right? So there's no big problem there. And then when that happens, you end up getting people the company ends up getting feedback in the game, right? And the feedback in the game allows the company to better improve their product. And you will get a wide array of computer systems and other consoles that have different levels of, how do I want to put this? Strengths, different strengths of like their PC, right? Like mine runs a 2080 Ti. The fact that I can process this on a 2080 Ti should tell everybody everything they need to know, right? Just the fact that I could do it alone is nothing short of incredible, right? And why? That was a crit. Could you tell? Where'd he go? Oh, dive. Okay. Anyway, you'd get endless content from these creators, and you'd get a wide plethora um of notifications of like what PCs can handle it, what PCs can't, and it would allow you to get a better grasp on what is effectively really Raven. Okay, I don't know how you managed to get those attacks, but whatever. No, it's like it would give them all the metrics they need, 100% of the metrics they need, nothing they don't, and it allows them to have QC on their games, so that people could say, hey, this thing here is broken, this here's not, this could use improvement, anything. What are companies doing now? They're putting their fingers in their ears and going, I don't hear you, and they're all tone deaf. Pretty much any AAA company is completely tone deaf right now. Blizzard, they're tone deaf. The ones that made Borderlands, they're tone deaf. And drain control requires a key. Okay. I'm guessing these people have the keys. Yes, I pressed F on it a lot. I was right. They have the keys. Um, well, that's a little, rude. Here, pull this lever after you worked hard to get a key. Not really worked hard, but pull this lever after you got this key. Okay, you pulled the lever. We're gonna ambush you with a half dozen guys. Thanks? Yeah. I mean, I can understand spawning two, like the ooze cloud skeleton and the sludge. Cool. Spawn a couple. That's hard enough. This one was like, nope. 6 guys. It's like a shotgun of garbage minions. But I digress. A lot of these companies are just completely tone deaf. I mean, just by the way they respond and interact with people, it's like, you can't do that. I've mentioned it before, and it bears repeating. It bears repeating until the ones in the back can hear me. AAA developers, you are going to lose your shirt to indie developers. Now, people would say, what do you mean? Well, take a look at this, for example. Take a look at this game. Except for maybe the Raven that's coming up to try to kill me. Like, just take a look around at this game, right? It's beautiful. Yeah, you've got the distant trees. You could probably cut down every single one of those trees. Just so you know. You could probably climb to that peak. Probably. Don't know. This game is massive. And it looks good. Yeah, it has some loading issues. Yeah, it has some graphical problems. They're in alpha, so doable. Who's this being made by? Intrepid Studios. Never heard of them. But yet here they are producing this. And it's in the same competitive space as other MMOs. If it's an indie group, like Blizzard, you're not gonna survive the whole, you know, these people hitting the scene and having the same monthly price. Like, you just won't. The quality in this game is much larger, and is, I don't know, just better. I can actually probably hunt these. I'm not going to. Like, the quality of this game is just better, number one. Number two, it's kind of doing what New World wanted to do, but failed to do. Wait a minute. 653 life? I could probably take it. Or not. That's probably bad. Okay, he hits pretty hard. 24, 21. Ow. Oh, I got him. That was a tough one. Well worth the fight, though. Oh yeah, I forgot you had to stealth first, then eat rations. Whoops. My bad. But this game, just you can look at the quality. Like, if you were to do a side by side comparison of it and WoW, right? You can't really compare them because they're vastly different, right? But what can you compare them? Really? Well, I'm dead now. Gotta run. It's like, what can you compare them on? Well, character design, mob design, level design, world design, that kind of thing. Not level design, but world design. Um, Many things that they share common traits over. Now, is this game better? In ways, yes. In other ways, no. One of the things that this game, I would say, not desperately needs, but it has. That's bad. Aw. Gotta go. Hawks are insane. One thing this game desperately, I can't say needs, but one thing this game has is difficulty. So if you want a difficult MMO experience, this is definitely the game for you. And it's a good thing that it's difficult. Because again, you're supposed to feel weak and insignificant in a game like this. Don't my PC making that bracket? Oh yeah, it is. Oh boy. Ooh, it's toasty under there. I know people would be like, wait, what do you mean it's toasty? It's not overheating. Ashes of Creation, you might want to Intrepid Zoos, you might just want to, lower the bushes here. They're a little floaty. You can see where they had the former terrain before they moved it. It was more of a nice little sloping area. That's a level 8 Raven. That's a level 8 Anvilhorn Ram. I'm trying to get up this wall. You can see where they altered the terrain, so. I hope they change it. I hope they change it in the future. That'd be great. Wilderherd Berserker. Why is it not attacking those Highwayman Archers and Highwayman Raiders? I mean, it's a Centaur. Not a Centaur, sorry, a Minotaur. Can I somehow get up there? I'm guessing the answer is no. I am definitely not where I need to be. I am not in the place I should be right now. And it's getting worse and worse as time goes on. I would double back, but I'm trying to find a way up on that road so I can go around and get up to here. Wait, there's this. Oh, if you go no. Okay. Never mind. I'm foolish. Can I? Is there a way I could maybe fast travel back to the bonfire without dying? Of course. That would be a negative. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. The level 1 Hawk. That's a level 1 Hawk near a level 8. Oh. It's probably his summoned Hawk. That's probably a linked pole. You know what? We're going to try it. Probably a mistake, but... yeah, that's probably a mistake. But I'm into making terrible mistakes. I love how that 3-hit combo never misses, no matter how far the Raven goes. See? He still hits me, even though he's beyond my body. I made it back to the camp. I knew that was going to happen. It's fine. It was either that or, like, run all the way back. I figured if I killed the Raven, I could get, like, possibly level 5. Get access to new skills and everything. Maybe get up here. What's this? Using shadows, using for 1% of maximum health per tick, ramping up to 5% of critically low health. Ooh, I like that. Attacking out of stealth grants guile. Sleep dart. Shoot a sleep dart, then incapacitates them for 10 seconds. Like, that's the cool part right there. You know what I mean? Like, sleep dart. Okay, that second backstab did no damage. Awesome. I also like the EXP debt. I like that because then it's like it wants to punish you for making bad decisions, which is, again, I hate to be that kind of guy, but yeah, MMOs should do that. MMOs should say, "Oh, you made a bad decision. Well, here's the problem. You get an EXP debt that you now have to work off. Shouldn't have made that decision. Those bad decisions, your character ends up, dying and respawning. There should be a penalty to it, right? It used to be that way in Diablo 2. You'd start leveling, and then as you died, it's like you dying cost you experience. Unless, of course, you were playing, hardcore. If you were playing hardcore, then obviously, you lose your character. Your character's gone. But ow. He sounded very much upset with me. Can't quite get there yet. I do like the unstable compound thing. What else is there? There's kick. Also plays trip. Consumes advantage instead of hits all targets. Who's tripped? Cannot move or activate. Oh. Okay. Now we're talking. Getting some crowd control here. You can trip people. I wonder if you could trip ravens. That would make no sense. But at the same time, you know what? I'm here for it. You can trip ravens, as a matter of fact. I don't see how they're flying, but okay, I'll take it. I kind of like that. I mean, you could, it's got quite a long cooldown, 25 seconds, but think about it. A little bit of crowd control. Crowd control number 5. And they shouldn't have called it kick, though. They should have called it trip. I mean, I like it. I like that a lot, actually. Short cast applies stunned. Well, tripped, which is a stun. Gives a little crowd control option. I mean, the fact that you also get sleep darts is also another crowd control option. It's kind of cool. Like I like how the feel is really playing out here. I don't know what these fire runes are for. What are these fire runes for? Fire is a powerful magical material that infuses weapons with blazing fire energy. When etched onto a weapon, it engulfs each strike in intense flames, dealing searing fire damage. Ooh. I like that. That's kind of cool. Like if they go down that road and they do this kind of like really customizable thing, they have a chance. Like I mean, I'm liking this alpha more and more. Every single time I play it, I like it even more. Still waiting for the summoner, but hey, I like it. I'm already been at this 52 minutes, so I will have to call it here in a second. Matter of fact, I'll Wild Herd Disciple. You know what? I'll leave off on a good fight. We're gonna see if I can take this Wild Herd Disciple. Bet I can't, but we're gonna try. Okay. That attack did nothing. Oh, they could... Oh, okay. Well, that's news to me. Ow, that hurt. Okay, so yeah, as rogues go on, they get a little easier to kill stuff because they start getting more crowd control abilities. I mean, that was 600 experience right there. That's kind of cool, actually. Not gonna lie. Weapon. Deadly finisher damage is increased. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't even have a deadly finisher yet, but guard velocity recuperate after dodging an attack. You know, I was gonna do this, but we're gonna go this way because the sprint seems to work for me. I can actually sprint around people. Juvenile mountain lion. Okay, we'll take it. We take those. I mean, I killed the full-grown version not too long ago. Oh, right, my deadly finisher is bleeding. That's right. 400 experience. That's quite a bit of raptors. But you know what? Let's do it anyway. Very unhappy cat. You'd have to have pretty good legs for that. Think about it. you're tripping a mountain lion, so you have to trip all 4 feet at the same time. All right, yeah, this is getting better and better. Like trip is a really good idea. Trip is a really good ability. I like it. Kick, yeah, well, sorry, not trip. Kick is a really good ability. Nice, I like it. I also like how everything takes mana. I like how it doesn't take a whole lot of mana. That way, it doesn't punish you too bad for wanting to actually use a lot of your abilities. I really like this game a lot. Like a lot. Goodbye, Arsonist. Ow. That hurt. Okay, yeah, that's kind of busted. The fact that you can root him in place with Acrobatic Strike and then follow it up with a kick, it's busted. I'm gonna call it here. I like the changes that I've seen so far in this game. I really just I like the game in general. I think it's great. Um, I am gonna try another character here soon, to see how well they've changed other classes. I haven't seen a whole lot of hunters, but maybe that's because of rangers. I can't call them hunters. Rangers, rangers, yeah. I haven't seen a whole lot of them because I don't know if they're being played or if they're really good or if they're really bad. I will probably make a Dunir. I also want to see how they change the fighter too. We'll do a Dunir mage. Um. Oh, great. Oh, that's even a better name. M-Beard. Can I make his beard red? That'd be really cool if I can. Base hair color. There we go. Face. Where's the facial hair color? Okay. Facial hair. There it is. Ha 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 ha. Is it using his secondary color? There we go. Next. Oh, I can choose my starting region. Divine Gateway of Dunzenkel. And then the background, see what I mean? Like Echo Vault page or Council Forge page, Echo Vault Singer. We are gonna say Cloistered Forge Temple. No, that's Temple. Stonecaller's Ward. No. Vaultborn Record Keeper. Copied Ledgers. Perfect. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check the mage the next time. I'm still gonna play my rogue. I really like how this game plays now. It's got a fondness in my heart. One of the best things I think I've played in a long time. But anyway, I'm glad. I hope everybody likes this video, and I hope you watched it to the end. I'm sorry that these videos are like an hour long sometimes, but I just get so caught up in playing and enjoying, and even having a chat and a talking, that I forget what I'm doing and I lose my track of time. But I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.